Hello everyone. A very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you from wherever you are. Well, one of the best session and the speech I have brought, and I'm sure those who are listening now will definitely enjoy this. The reason is the title itself is quite controversial. Yes, it is. Where I have said that you must not meditate. Yes, you heard me right and you read it right. Perfect. And today I'll be giving you the reasons because anything which is not done in a correct way naturally leads you to some destruction or to the negative result. And the same thing happens with meditation also. Meditation, if not done properly or done in a different way which is not relevant, will definitely lead you to a destruction or negative result. Let me elaborate this subject and tell you. First of all, don't you think that there is no need of telling you how to meditate, isn't it? Every human being knows how to meditate. And how come? We are the one who have practiced meditation not for a day or a month, but for months. How and when? When we were in the mother's womb. Remember, when we were in the mother's womb, we were meditating. One of the meaning of meditation is connection with the upper self or God or the universe. When we were in the mother's womb, for us, the God was the goddess Mama to connect with the source that is Mama. And when you come out from the womb, to connect yourself with the nature. So we have are known, we know that how to meditate because we did that. And do you remember what you did? Most of the time when you were in the or we were in the womb of a mom, we just took rest. We were at calm. We were at relaxed position. And the same principle applies when you are supposed to meditate as on today. Most of the time we perform three states. One is the rest. So when you meditate, just you take rest. That is one. Second, relax. You are so much relaxed that you think that you have already taken a nap and rest of more than 2 to 3 hours. And third most, you are at ease. Okay. But have you ever experienced that the same technique when you apply at wrong place, what will be the outcome? For me, there are the three wrong places where we apply this technique, and instead of getting the positive result, we get negative result. First and foremost time or the stage is when you are listening to someone. Surprised, isn't it? But yes, and especially when you are listening to someone who is sharing their negative thoughts. For that person who is sharing is something relaxing, and for you, getting those thoughts are nothing less than the worst type of garbage. And our mind is just like a computer which operates on Gigo principle. Garbage in, garbage out. So what you have gathered, so what will be out? Something which is not useful, isn't it? So that is the one thing. Coming to the next, and that is the mobile. Whenever we get time, what we do is take out our mobile from the pocket and start surfing it, scrolling it, and we stick to something which is totally useless nonsense. Do you want to know the third item, which is still worst? That is the TV. When you sit in front of TV, what you do is most of the time you are relaxed, at rest, at ease, and start watching TV. Rarely people watch something very useful. Most of the time we get enjoyment or we get inclined to watch something useless. Either it is all rubbish stories or negative news or the movies which leads in either in the sex or in the violence. As a result, again you grab all those items. And what for you had been to? There is a beautiful saying in Indian language that I went to someone to pray or understand or chant about the God. And whereas I sat down and started just discussing all the nonsense. And this is what happens when you sit in front of TV or mobile or a person who is sharing negative thoughts. You are listening to something which is unwanted. Do you know what happens? All those items they go in your subconscious mind. And today or tomorrow they will reflect. Have you ever thought that how they are reflected? In the beginning, they will reflect in form of small indications. And what are they? One is the pain. You may have headache, you may have body pain, you may have joint pain, or something like that. If you do not pay attention, then these small pain will slowly get converted into diseases. The disease itself has got the meaning. This is when you are not at ease, you are diseased. And still, if you don't pay attention, then the third stage is accident. If you see the history, most of the accident, for me, it is 100%. They occur only because you were diverted or you didn't focus or your subconscious mind acted so much that you were driven away from the reality or from that presence. And the last stages, accidents will lead to two results. One is either you survive or you just die or a person died. There is nothing wrong in getting pain or disease or hospitalized. But the most worst item is when you start suffering. As a result, you only don't suffer, but you make others in problem and others also suffer because of you, isn't it? When you are hospitalized or when you have problem with some disease, your family members suffer, your relatives suffer, your friend circle suffer, all suffer. just we started from a very small point, that is negative items that we absorbed, and that has led to different types of suffering, your own suffering, others suffering. So best way is try to avoid it. And how can you avoid it? That in between, whenever you are surfing your mobile or you're looking at the TV or listening to someone who is sharing the negative thoughts, see that you are aware and see that you literally keep a imaginary wall between you and the media so that those negative items will not conquer you. That is one. Second, preferably sit for meditation before your lunch and before your dinner. If you sit for meditation before your lunch and dinner, then the science has proved that that is the time when you are physically and mentally you are not fit and you are tired. So your physical and mental health is more important. So if you sit for meditation before lunch and before dinner, start with 5 minutes. Then you will see that slowly you start changing. And when you will sit for meditation, you will reach a stage which is known as the equilibrium stage, that is the fusion. You will surprised to know that that is the stage which lasts for few seconds, but those few seconds will give you rest of more than 2 to 3 hours of sleep. Not only that, but that rest will help you to remove all negative thoughts that you have already kept since long. As a result, you will be fresh. Not only fresh, but you will start looking at the problem or situation or the world with a new dimension, as if everything is new. Not only that, even a person to whom uh, you are meeting after meditation, you take them as a fresh person. You forget all past enmity, problems, or anything that you feel. So, don't you think that this is something wonderful? So, let me conclude two items. Number one, see that you do not meditate at wrong time and in wrong place. And second most important item is learn to meditate at least before your lunch and dinner so that you can wipe out, wash out, remove all your negative power or negative thoughts or negative material that you have collected knowingly or unknowingly. Just try for a month. And the day you don't meditate, then don't have your lunch. Very simple. So make a practice. Promise yourself every day you will sit for meditation before your lunch and before your dinner. Just do it and then let me know the result that you are getting. You will surprised to know that immediately, even from the day one, you will start getting the result. And those results will be excellent results. You will be fresh enough, you will be more energized. Not only that, physically and mentally, you will be more fit. You will be totally refreshed. You will see that every day you get energized. And what happens today? Your energy is drawn out. Instead of that, energy will be filled in. So do meditate, remove meditation wrong that I told you and enjoy your life. Do it. Thank you.